right, Sarah, should we get started?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Great, wonderful. All right, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our webinar regarding empowering college and career programs aligned with Learn.Plan.Succeed and Chicago Public Schools. Welcome. My name is Craig Twaddle. I am a partnership manager and primarily looking over and overseeing Chicago Public Schools as well as other districts across the Chicago metro area. So happy to be here today to speak with all of you, and I'll introduce my colleague, let her introduce herself, and then we can get started.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. Really excited to be here. And thank you, CPS, for tuning in. We are thrilled to share with you some of the great pieces that we've been working on in career-focused learning and how it really connects with the work that you're doing in Learn, Plan, Succeed. Sarah Miles, I'm a National Solutions Director here at Edmentum, working with some of the largest districts across the nation, and just really excited to connect with you all today. So thank you for joining us.
Wonderful. So we'll just kick this off by just kind of giving you a brief overview of what we're going to be covering today. Um, Again, just kind of introducing you for those who aren't familiar with Edmentum, who we are, what our current partnership within CPS looks like, and then really kind of digging into the career-focused learning, what that is, how we define it, what we're looking for to align with CPS and their programming regarding college and career readiness, and really how to drive engagement and success within CTE programming within the district. And then at the end, if there are any questions, we can explore those as well. So first of all, just to kind of level set everybody in terms of who Edmentum is, we're an organization that has been around for over 60 years. We are actually born out of the University of Illinois, one of the first computer programs in education way back then, if you can imagine that. And so we're excited to continue to do what we're doing and provide essential learning opportunities for students. So what you see on your screen right now are the variety of products that and solutions that Edmentum offers. Most of these are being supported throughout the district. And so I'm not going to go into too much detail in terms of what these additional programs are, but just wanted to make you aware that we have a lot of different solutions to make sure that we fit the needs of all your individual learners and supporting your teachers across the district. So just to talk a little bit about our current partnership, and I'm the primary person that works with a lot of the district level and school-based folks within CPS. So my contact information will be at the end of this as well. So any questions, anything like that, feel free to direct those towards me. We do work with several district-supported programs in way of credit recovery. So you can see the several different offices that we work with at the district level, supporting schools across the district. And then we also work with individual schools as well in various ways. As the previous slide, you saw some of the different offerings that we have. So we have a variety of offerings that we're serving schools with across 15 networks. And we're also extremely excited to share that we have been approved by the board to be one of the college and career readiness service providers. And this is something that will take place. I believe the contract will begin in May, but we wanted to make sure that you all were aware that we'll be one of those partners. And we look forward to working with you and serving your needs. So to kind of lay the groundwork for what we're going to be talking about and Sarah will be sharing with you is as you go through and thinking about as you were sort of designing and developing it as a district, the individualized learning path that students are a part of, and thinking about the other partnerships that you have within the district. So the things that you're doing with Schoolinks, the success-bound curriculum and the C4 competencies, working within Skyline, the Learn.Plan.Succeed graduation requirements, all of these things culminate into a process and an evolution throughout the students' work beginning in sixth grade all the way through high school. And so what we want you to do is look through this lens of what you're already doing and doing very, very well, and think of Edmentum as a partner that will lay on top of all those things and be a nice augment to the things that you're already doing and allow you to go even deeper into some of these areas in each of these components throughout the journey for career-focused learning. So I'm going to turn it over to Sarah, and she's going to talk with you about some of the things that we are thinking about as an organization and how we can better support CPS as a district.
Absolutely. Thanks, Craig. Again, we're just so excited to see the alignment that we have in reimagining secondary education and the work that you're doing currently in CPS. We know how important it is for students to feel engaged in their learning, to know that what they're learning is applicable to the world around them and what they're going to be engaging in their futures and their careers. So all of that are pieces that we've really rolled into how we approach career-connected learning. And we know how transformative it can be for students. Those students who are enrolled in CTE or career-focused learning, we see better attendance. We don't see less absentee issues. We see higher graduation rates. And we just see further advancement in college and career. So those that tend to be in CTE have just more availability and opportunity as they're moving forward later in their journey. And we see the products of that in our data and research. So we're really excited to help drive that engagement for students. And that's what we're all about, driving opportunity for students, opening more opportunities that may not be able to open right within our current district. So expanding different pathways if possible, opening different career opportunities for students, and really engaging them within that learning. So making sure that our curriculum is offering opportunities for them to reflect on their learning that they're doing within their hands-on programs within the district, and also helping them design for their future and prepare for that next step, be it certification or college or career. And we're seeing the outcomes of our impact in partnerships within this space. So our courseware content, Craig mentioned we've been around since 1960. It seems crazy. We're not using the same content that we developed back then. We are constantly updating our content, making sure that it's rigorous and relevant for students who are engaged with it. And we're seeing that those that are engaged in our content are seeing better results, more proficiency, and higher growth than their peers that may not be using our content. As a level tier 2 research and evidence there, we're really proud of the content and engagement that our students have with our partnership, as well as the impact that we're seeing on their attendance and graduation rates. Within our partnerships, we're seeing students that are engaged in our content have fewer tardies, they're coming to school more often, and we're seeing higher graduation rates within our partnerships too over time. So we're really excited. We can share more evidence and research and data with you and share that. And you can also search Edmentum research and find additional evidence of the impact that we're having with student learning. When we think about our partnerships, we really lock arms with the partners that we engage with, and anybody that's currently working with us in CPS can hopefully attest to that. But when we think about what you're currently doing within your Learn.Plan.Succeed and the various programs that you're running in career-focused learning across CPS, we can help kind of wrap around and build out that student portfolio in a variety of ways throughout their learning journey, starting all the way from middle school through graduation certification prep. And so some of the couple ways that we're starting in the discover and explore stages with students is really helping them engage in relevant learning that helps them explore a variety of different career fields. We want to make sure that they're understanding what their interests are and how that connects to the world around them and possible future careers. So we've been investing a lot in this space. And we know that you use Schoolinks and other areas to kind of take in student interest in inventories. This is just another piece that we can add into the student portfolio where we have inventories throughout the learning process for students that will help put them onto a course pathway that allows them to explore options that are most appropriate for their current passions in their journey. So those are pieces that we're really excited about. We've integrated in many mini lessons that really help integrate all of the learning that they're doing so students are applying their knowledge throughout the course. We've got many different project-based learning experiences for students to engage in too. So when we think about our curriculum, it's really a flexible tool for teachers to use however that might look within the career-focused learning. plan. I know as a former CTE director in my district, there's a lot of needs that come within our CTE pathways, be it giving flexible curriculum to teachers or offering up more curriculum within that middle school space, where I know that we open up sometimes a directed studies or a course for students to do exploration. And teachers sometimes need some extra content, some extra pieces to lace in to that time for students. So just some ideas of the flexibility behind the content and how it can apply throughout what you're already doing and wrap around in that student portfolio. The content that we have laced within our platform is solidly grounded in research and pedagogy design. So we want to make sure that students are deliberately practicing. Our content and our platform is not where students can kind of press play and walk away, nor is it content where they have to be fully engaged virtually or in the online setting. A lot of CTE teachers that I've worked with in the past have used our content as kind of the backdrop to their lecture, or a flipped classroom approach to allow students to explore some content before they do that hands-on application within their pathway. So just a lot of different ways to consider using the content, wide variety of content that we have available at our fingertips to help support the work that you're doing within your pathways, and all aligned within not only Illinois, but also with specifically CPS pathways too. We're industry recognized. We're really excited about the certifications and backings that we get from third-party vendors and the customization that we're able to provide too. Many districts work with us to customize the pathways and to edit the courses to make sure that it's containing exactly what their CTE teachers need along their course pathways. So flexible, customizable, high-quality content at your fingertips.
And I'll just interject something real quick. Just
yep.
So based on, some conversations I've been having with some CTE educators across CPS, one of the things that is a recurring theme is, a lot of the CTE teachers are having to cobble together and find resources and content from various areas, which, as many of you know who might be doing it, is very time consuming. So the idea behind what we're hoping to provide the schools within CPS is an opportunity to provide cohesive and collective resources so that you can free up your time for other things that you're doing as a CTE instructor. And so we want to make sure that that we're providing and delivering. And this is one of the reasons why we were an approved partner for the College and Career Readiness Services, is because the quality of our content and all the industry recognition is one of the reasons why we were approved. So know that as you're trying to embed things into your CTE courses, that what you're getting with Edmentum courses is going to be something that's been highly vetted and is going to serve you and your students well.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig, for jumping in there. I appreciate it. And if there's any questions, feel free to put those into chat. And if there's any questions too in our follow-up, we'll make sure that we provide any additional information that you need. But like Craig said, we're partnering with other companies and other organizations. So we partnered with America Succeeds. And the reason why they've chosen to exclusively partner with us is because, like Craig said, of the vast flexible curriculum that we're able to provide teachers and school pathways within their CTE and career focused learning content. America Succeeds has partnered with us to make sure that we're going to incorporate all durable skills into our content to allow students to really focus in on what employers are seeking most. And so what America Succeeds did was they took over 80 million different job postings and applications and combined them all to really seek out what are the most essential skills that employers are looking for today. And these aren't just the skills that students learn within the technical pathways that they're on, but can they communicate effectively? Are they able to demonstrate leadership? Are they able to work collaboratively in teams? So all of these pieces are skills that we've interwoven within the content of our courses, that students have the opportunity to demonstrate these skills, reflect on them, and work through them in meaningful ways. And what's really awesome is we know that it also aligns really well with the C4 competencies at CPS. Craig, do you want to hit on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I know it's part of the curriculum there under Success Bound, that thinking about the C4 competencies and the three key areas that they're focused on. So you can sort of think about the durable skills as is hitting on a lot of those essential foundational skills. So, we want to make sure we're speaking the same language. So what America Succeeds calls durable skills, you may be calling, competencies or those foundational skills, but they all incorporate the same idea. And it's just, these are all the things that we know that employers are looking for students to be able to demonstrate. And so having those skills tied directly into the content, where it makes sense, and it really allows the continuity of learning. So they're learning the content, but also getting those soft skills and those foundational durable skills with it as well in context. And so that's the critical piece here, is what we're trying to do is connect these dots for students to know that, like, it's not only about knowledge, but it's also about developing these skills together in hand and how they're relevant to each other. And so we're very excited about this partnership, and especially given the C4 competencies that CPS is working through with students, that we feel like this is a really great alignment to what you're already focused on.
Absolutely. Yep, just extra pieces to lace in and again build that portfolio and allow students to really explore the skills that we know are most needed. And speaking on kind of building out the available curriculum, we've expanded our middle school courses as well. We're excited to offer digital citizenship, exploring college and careers, and a variety of different courses that allow students to start exploring what it may look like along these variety of different career pathways. So just a lot of exploration that we can incorporate into that middle school level. And again, all laced with the durable skills through our America Succeeds partnership. When we evolve from that learning and exploring and from the discovery and the exploring into learning and experiencing along the student's journey, this is where we really start digging into some great content and certification preparation that we've been developing for our high school students. We have over 180 CTE semesters available. We are expanding this more and more. We're keeping an eye on what the most high demand career clusters and fields are, and we're aligning this to each state. Not only have we aligned our career pathways to the state of Illinois, but we have specifically aligned our career clusters. We've got 14 national clusters available, but we have aligned those directly to your CPS clusters and pathways too. So we are at the ready. We are so pumped to be board approved, to be your partner here, and we can really create some great content and have great content available for you that is aligned with the work that you're doing. So when we think about some of the examples of what this could look like in supporting the content that your teachers are along one specific pathway, an emergency medical technician pathway, we've got a variety of different course content that our middle school students can explore and engage in. And remember, too, we also have the inventory that can help put them on a path of exploration based on what their skills and interests are. We have a couple courses that can help hit that year one all the way to our career capstone preparation course. We are rolling this out next year and are very excited for it. Again, as we said, we are investing a ton in this space to make sure that when you hit the ground running next year, you have a ton of content at your fingertips to really engage students in meaningful ways throughout their pathways. The career capstone course is going to allow students to explore what they've learned so far in their pathway and apply that knowledge. But we are also expanding our certification prep courses too. We are making sure that we're expanding this catalog more and more. So 4 new courses that we're rolling out prior to next school year are in some of the main industry fields, health science, business management too. But again, all of these courses that we're rolling out within our catalog and expanding upon all come within the needs of you and CPS and your community. So if there's more additional needs or needs within your pathways that we need to continue to expand upon, that's what we're happy to do within our partnership.
Yeah, that's right, Sarah. And so just to touch on that a little bit,
yeah.
I know, again, based on a lot of conversations I've been having with the high schools, I think there's no shortage of opportunities for certification, but where I'm being told there is a need is for certification prep. We want to make sure that students are able to pass these certification exams. And so through that, our expansion of our certification prep programs that align to the certifications that are going to be the most popular within CPS is something that we're really focused on to make sure that we're providing those certification prep courses to ensure success as it comes time for them to be certified.
And then we're expanding our partnerships even more. So we've mentioned America Succeeds, but we're also expanding our partnerships to include more virtual reality-based learning experiences for students to really have hands-on within electrical, HVAC. So this is another partnership that we're rolling into our fold, but just really to kind of highlight how much we're investing in this space. We know how important career-focused learning is for students. We want to be the best partner in really wrapping around supports in the work that you're already doing in CPS, but just to provide more in that student's portfolio and learning journey and flexible tools and resources to help support your teachers.
Well, also I'm sorry, Sarah.
Just
in one of the other things around this to think about is, and why we're so excited about this partnership is, there are many schools who maybe wanted to have some sort of an electrical, plumbing, an HVAC pathway, but just don't have the space for it. They don't have the budget to have equipment or a place where they can get that hands-on experience. So this provides an opportunity where they can have a lot of that experience right there in the classroom without expensive equipment or having to transport students to another location. So we really want to make sure that we're providing alternative methods if schools are interested in increasing the number of pathways that they support. This can be a great way to dip their toes into that without a heavy investment up front by space or transportation.
excellent. Thank you so much, Craig. Some of these career fields are so high in demand, and you're right that we wanted to open up a couple different programs within my former district, and cost and budget is just usually a huge hindrance. So being able to open up, expand opportunities for students, we're so excited to be a part of that work. And expanding their opportunities, giving them that capstone experience, having them be able to really prepare for that next step in their journey. This capstone course, we're so pumped about it. It allows students to really reflect on what they've done along their pathway, engage in different activities that allow them to think about what they've learned and apply that knowledge, as well as prepare them for their next step, resume writing. So all those pieces that kind of come in line with that next step in their journey along their path. And so kind of thinking about that, the whole picture that we've been sharing with you so far today, we really want to wrap arms around the students and the teachers in your district. We know that we're working on all of the pieces within Learn.Plan.Succeed, but we want to make sure that we're making students and teachers have all of the resources they need to really create a comprehensive portfolio. And that comes sometimes with new CTE teachers out of the field. We can provide instructional coaching for your teachers to help support. I know that I had quite a few teachers come in that had not had any teaching experience previously, that were our CTE teachers, very passionate about teaching students within their field of expertise, but they don't always have the classroom management tools or the pedagogy design that sometimes is needed within the classroom. And that's where we really want to help wrap around that support and instructional coaching for our CTE teachers too. So kind of the full picture of curriculum, instructional support, and builds that continuous ecosystem around the work and the partnership that we do with you. From those of you out there who may already be partnering with us across CPS, you can hopefully attest to the partnership and the engagement that we do with your teachers, ensuring that they have everything that they need to use these programs effectively and flexibly within their instruction. And so we partner with you to ensure that all of that learning is taking place and you have the tools that you need. Craig, I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of wrap us up here, let them know kind of what resources we have and how to connect.
Absolutely. You may be hearing from me, many of you may be hearing from me very soon, sending out some links with additional information. There's a couple here to reference that we will be sending out. One of them is we have a CPS specific CTE clusters and pathways with the Illinois course codes that are aligned to them as well. that will be available. And then you can also visit edmentum.com and then go to the Career Connected Learning section to be able to find more information. But then my contact information is below as well. So if you have any questions or want to reach out to me directly, you know how to reach me. And I look forward to speaking to you and sharing more information as it becomes available. As I said, we're not stopping. So what we share here isn't the end; it's just the beginning. And we really look forward to a partnership and making sure that we see your students succeed post-secondary, and really make sure that we become a better partner for you and your students in the years to come.